this up. This was the joint. This is one of the joints I got from BlurCon.
Turns on.
Yeah, bro, this shit's pretty. It's pretty legit. Oh well, I don't have the light on, but yeah, it lights up. These guys,
I
they're
forgot to
they're
tell
from
you.
the Bronx. This is my lady's friends, Concrete the Creations. He does 3D printing shit. He'll 3D print your logo. Like if you have a personal logo that you want, he'll make a sign out of that shit. Like it's a cool cool thing. Uh,
This is
from the
cool.
Bronx.
I
He's
like
in
his,
Harlem now,
I
and
like
he's
his furry.
the furry joint. Yeah.
My friend, in a couple years, well, I guess in a year and some change, she's getting a storefront. She's moving from the studio to the storefront.
Okay.
So, we're gonna try and combine tattoo collectible store. So, I would. I mean, listen, I'm not an expert in tattoos or whatever, but
Mm-hmm.
I'm assuming that would probably be one of. Not saying it's the first, but one of the first.
It it would probably one of the first, at least in the city, and like honestly, the what a lot of tattoo shops have become is like a vibe place now. Like it's not just a oh you get your tattoo because it used to like growing up it felt like you went there specifically for a tattoo, and then there was maybe a couch you could hang out and that was about it. Like honestly, for it was like you would go there to get a tattoo, but then over the years, and I think it's a good adjustment. Tattoos have become almost like lounges in a certain way, where they're like, we want it to be fun, we want it to be environment, you want to hang out. It kind of took a weird turn where they were like in the mall a lot, but
Oh yeah.
but then it was a joke when it was like you got a tattoo shop in the mall, and then now everybody's tattoo shops in the mall. So it's like I guess that was the turn of the tide. But
In New York
having
City, tattoo shops were illegal.
really,
Yeah. So when I was a kid,
you just had to go to a you
like
had to go to a spot.
so yeah, because when my mom and her friends used to get tattoos, I used to go, and it was always in like the back of a barber shop, or it was in like you had to go up all these stairs, like a few of them. Um, it was never like a storefront. Like when I was a kid, my mom's friends getting tattoos. I don't ever remember in the 90s like an actual dedicated like shop. Um so then I forget when like owning a tattoo shop or whatever the logistics were to it became easily accessible, but I think it was like in maybe late 90s, early 2000s.
Mm-hmm.
But even then, like right, like it was still like a new thing. So in the early 2000s, like when I got my brand of sacrifice tattoo, right? Not everybody's getting it, but this was
Mm-hmm.
2008. I got my brand of sacrifice tattoo in the back of a barber shop in fucking 2008. And I tell people that. And it was just like a little, it was
Yeah,
like a
it's
little
a little joke.
whatever.
Yeah.
Like it faded out now, but um I paid the guy $20 and then he did it, and it was in the back of a barber shop. And at that time, getting anything tattoo anime related was like, who the fuck would do that?
Yeah.
So um yeah, so it was just to see how far tattoos have come from like being like, well, I guess we could look it up now, right? Like what year were
Yeah.
tattoo shops legalized? And
Let me see.
yeah,
1997.
1997. Yeah,
Yeah.
so after a 36-year ban.
Which is crazy because it's like growing up. I mean, they were kind of every. It's weird that New York City, of all places, had a ban on it. When like there were so many other places in the 80s, 90s that were just established shop. But I don't know. It's a ban from 61.
Yeah,
Oh, to clean up the city shit. Oh, so this guy. Okay.
yeah.
One of your
So
cleanup guys. Yeah.
with the
With the was it Bloomberg or whoever the guy was who was like trying to clean up everything.
I think the ban was overturned I
Well,
don't.
it said from 60. It says done to clean up the city.
Well, it was the band started
Oh
in
yeah,
1961, so I don't
yeah.
know who the mayor was at
Oh, at
that
that time,
time,
yeah, I forgot it's in the
but
60s. Yeah.
Giuliani might have been the
Mayor to stop it, to
to to
overturn it.
to, to return it.
Yeah.
But when I was a kid, my mom's friends always got tattoos, and I used to go with them, and I never remembered ever. It was always like you had to they opened up a door in the back of a
Mm-hmm.
barber shop or some shit like that. So to see tattoos like turn into what it is today, to have like now we have like so many shops,
There's
right?
so many shops. I see the one. There's one in Soho that it just looks like. It looked like a hair salon. Like it's like this black and white building.
Oh,
It looked
that's
like,
hardcore tattoos,
yeah,
right?
it looked like a hair salon, but then it's like, and like it just looks too. It looks so commercial, and don't get me wrong. Like I'm not saying like no tack on any artist, because also it's like
Oh
if you're
yeah,
an
look,
artist, you got to
it's
get your
something
money.
like that, right?
Where is it?
Like go up, go down, go down like that. Oh
Yeah, it's
yeah,
like
like
the
some
ink
weird
piercing.
shit like that.
It's like a white building.
No, it's not hardcore
It's
tattoos
not hardcore.
actually. Hardcore tattoos is actually reputable.
Yeah.
No, I apologize to hardcore
No,
tattoos.
no, no. You go, it's
I
one of them.
apologize. I
It's like
apologize.
ink something. Ink
I
something.
know what you're talking about. They got
It's
the.
like similar to this. It looks
I
almost
think
like
that
this.
actually might be it.
Yeah.
But that's like one of those like McDonald's
Yeah.
or like more aesthetic,
The mall aesthetic ones. Yeah.
but they got storefronts now.
And obviously, if you're an artist and you're trying to, because a lot of these artists, that people think tattoos, tattoo, whatever, but a lot of these people, they go to school for this shit. Then they want to figure out where they can set up. It's almost like barber school in a way, where it's like, yes, you're a barber, but you still got to figure out where you can go to cut hair. And then sometimes you just got to find a spot to pay your bills
Yeah,
until your buddy gets something together, or until you do it like I've heard people who did apprenticeships at certain places, and then they got put on. Like that's where a lot of my local shops back home, shout out, Marks of Distinction. There's another guy who I love. He's like a nomad. He's like the dude who will like set up on the third chair at the barbershop.
mm-hmm.
He's a comedian, Kyle Roos. He is a touring comedian, countrywide touring comedian, but also traveling tattoo artist. He has a shop in Florida, but when he tours, he literally has friends that'll like host him for a weekend. He'll do bangers for $50, whatever, to add on to his thing. Dude's a fucking beast. He's done a couple tattoos, but um I did BlurCon this past weekend, and there was a nigga there doing a little tattoo, like same shit, like on the slide.
Yeah,
Like
that's crazy.
I won't name names, but he they thought they didn't have the licensing in time, because at BlurCon they have a barber there who does like edge ups and shit. Like, at the edge ups, I'm dead serious. He puts the Goku smock on you, give you a nice lineup. He was saying that he thought that they didn't get the approval space for a tattoo setup, but then they told him last minute, I guess they did approve it, but he didn't have all his equipment, so he just kind of was doing like little small ones here and there. A friend of ours ended up getting what's the trident? The trident from is that from Bleach? What's this joint? Uh, no, it's not. It's not the trident from there. I can't remember what it was, but it's like an anime trident thing that I've seen before. That I can't.
Yeah, just to see how
Yeah.
how far tattooing has gone to, and I even got my Green Lantern logo tattoo from the same guy who tattooed the Berserk brand of sacrifice on me.
Mm-hmm.
And then I got the Triforce tattoo also in like 2008. So like getting things like that back then in the early 2000s was like,
Yeah. Oh,
dude,
Fairy Tale. That's what it's from.
it was
Yeah.
like, dude, what are you doing?
Yeah.
So, but one thing, I've never seen from, was like a tattoo collectible shop. Like obviously, like I'm not really banking on. I mean, I don't care if I don't sell anything. You know what I mean? Like my friend is into the idea. I have a bunch of stuff.
It would work.
I know people that have a bunch of stuff.
It would actually really work.
So, we could put it up, put it in some shelves, get the license to sell collectibles, because I guess you need that now.
Oh shit.
Yeah, you do. So oh, it's more of like friends opening up a tattoo spot, a storefront. How like I want to make sure that, like, it's my best friends. I want to make sure that, like, that we could find a way to make it stand out from everybody else.
Yeah.
So uh
I think honestly, well, because with collectibles becoming more, well, I mean, collectibles have always been mainstream to somebody, you know. Like I said, we talked, before about the sneaker heads. Obviously, there's card collectors, there's comic collectors, there's people who love pops, and shit. Um, those things are becoming more amorphous and like huge now. It used to, like, it's some the same way with comics. People were localized with comics, but now comics are a thing. People were literally the same thing until 5 years ago with anime, and now anime is becoming this like thing. Um, you combine that with a cool tattoo shop, I think that'll be, because I've actually seen tattoo shops that also are like a skate shop combo. I've definitely seen that. And then there's some that just like they're doing stuff. It's not just a tattoo shop, but they like doing something out there.
yeah.
Yeah.
And I mean, but I also don't want it to be like, oh, uh I don't want it to be thrown. This is not going to be like a thrown together idea. Like,
Yeah.
I don't want it to be like, oh, this is tattoos and collectibles, and just throw some fucking Funkos up there.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, that's not, and that's what I feel like a lot of these. I guess this is segue into like the next
Mm-hmm.
topic, but that's what I feel a lot of these new Pokemon store shops that are coming out, and
Mm-hmm.
like everybody want like a storefront in Manhattan for like a Pokemon card shop, but only one place. I feel the energy of these are real fans. These
Yeah.
aren't people that came up on money, or saw that something was becoming hot, or quote unquote used to like Pokemon as a
Mm-hmm.
kid, or I love Pokemon ever since I was a kid. Like, it's Pokecourt,
Yeah.
like you could tell those people have been doing this for so long. You could tell that they've been doing it before it was cool. They've been a part of it before it was anything, and then they grew it into this. Like, I remember when it was a fucking, it was the size of our studio, bro.
Yeah.
It was the size of our, you could barely stand. And then they grew it into what you see right now. They getting sued by Nintendo.
For being too popular, and that's when you're making it. When Nintendo be like, "Oh, what's going on? What's going on?" Because and that's just Nintendo being Nintendo, obviously. But you have to realize. I think even these big core people need to realize, and this is why, like, usually people like Nintendo and Pokemon, they'll back off when they realize it's like what they've been doing has been pushing your product and your namesake and your brand so much that it's worth it being open. Like, it's just like you can't, you know what I mean?
Mm.
You can't turn on something that, especially if it's organic, because you already know. You can tell the difference between the copycats that just showed up a year ago because whatever,
But
whatever.
and then this is what I'm talking about as like, okay, well, how are you gonna like, how are you gonna make a tattoo shop, a
Mm.
collectible shop, without having it feel like it's just something that, oh, I like
Yeah.
collectibles now. Like, if I like, like, you're gonna tell that the
Well,
people what.
well, no, so I would say it's you would have to. It's one of those things where you definitely gonna have to do it, and then your character and like your intention is gonna have to show up in like all your interactions, and then that's when people will see it. Like,
No, yeah, I think,
because you can tell, especially people in the know, like, your shit, right?
yeah, of course,
And but you also know people who know their shit.
Exactly.
and those people can tell bullshit.
So and then
Like they could look at it and be like, this place is a fucking pop up. This is whatever.
and and I think what it's gonna come down to is is the product that we sell, because I'm not just gonna have any shit.
Yeah.
Like I'm gonna have like fucking vintage figures of like that you've never even seen before that I know about because I'm a collector.
Yeah.
And then when you go, oh shit, that's blah blah blah, or oh shit, what's this? I never seen this before.
Yeah.
Oh, this is blase blah from the '90s, and then you'll be like, oh.
Yeah.
So
And when you own a business, you can do a cut. Obviously, it's like you want to get people in your shop, you want to make your rent. So of course, have shit that everybody can easily
Exactly.
identify. Because what are you, stupid? Like you gotta make money. Like, so of course. But then what you do is you put the shit. You sprinkle in the little, oh, look at this, and then somebody goes, oh shit, you got that.
yeah.
Oh, you got that, and then that's when
you got Hulk 181. Like what?
Yeah, and then that's when you get the.
But it's
people.
also with Pokecourt, it's like they got the pack bar. Like,
Yeah.
like I mean, it's when I first saw it, I was like, that's kind of cheesy and silly, but it's what makes it unique to the to all the shops. Is where you could sit down over the counter and just rip cards, and they have like a menu that they give you where you could
and then the guy just like pulls it out like it's like
what
do we have in today?
Yeah.
Like that is it's like, here's the thing also, because we're also talking about nerd culture shit too, and like pop culture, now pop culture, but nerd culture. You gotta have a little bit of, it's gotta be a little bit nerd, like you can't lose the essence, which is what we was talking about. I was doing some editing for one of the last episodes we did, where it was like we're talking about like a lot of these card rippers feel like sneakerheads, and it's very, it's like, bro, you gotta be authentic with it, even if it's a little corny, even if it's a little bit, because that speaks to a lot of people in that world who still, like, to them it's like they're straight up their identity. Like I was talking about this, going to these like cons and these events, like a lot of these people don't have a space that they can go and be themselves in the regular world, so they come to these places and ball out, like they ball out of control. And the more authentic places you have like that, the more successful your business is going to be, and then you're going to help the culture.
No, yeah,
I
agree, and that's why I like Pokecourt, because I feel like they found a way to because at the first time when they released, when they had the store, their first storefront, the little room, it was just powered straight off of energy of like, you could tell these people love Pokemon, and they've been around before the hype, and they're gonna be around after the hype. And then you could tell with all that momentum, they were like, all right, well, now that we've made the capital, now that we could get the money and we got everything to make a storefront, how are we gonna make it different from every card shop? And the fact that they were able to make it not only a unique card shop, but one of the most unique card shops in New York City ever.
Yeah.
Right? That just shows on how, if you love what you do, you'll find a way. And that's the kind of energy like that I'm trying to look for. So it's for me it's like, if I ever open something up, that like what they do inspires me to like really think of it like, okay, like how are we gonna do this? How is this gonna happen? How is a piece of uniqueness gonna go into this? And then there's also a lot of card shops where they just feel like hype beasts that open up a card shop.
Yes.
I don't want to name no names, but
no, but they exist though. They do exist.
A lot of them exist.
Yeah.
A lot of them exist.
That's what it looks, and it's funny because even realizing
you got the guy
sneaker
with the
shops.
Hawaiian shirt.
This guy? Oh
yeah, he's a fan.
Yeah, bro. He knows.
Look at him.
But this is what I'm talking about. This is your main clientele. It will, if you are getting into this pop culture nerd shit, Stop. Like one, you got to be a nerd. Like you got to care about this shit. And you can be there's listen, there are MMA fighters who love anime. There are basketball players that love anime. There are construction workers that like it. There are people who race cars for a living who love anime and love, Pokemon or comic books. You have to like know at your heart of heart that there's one of these niggas is in there. You know what I mean? If you are a nigga that made money selling sneakers and you're like, I'm gonna jump on another hype and I'm gonna do a sneaker Pokemon card shop because Pokemon's popular, I promise you will fail. Because you didn't care about it to begin with. You don't have that person like you don't have this kind of energy inside that you can harness whenever you want.
That
That
people
can
could
tell you're
feel
there.
that they could
That
feel.
you're there, bro.
It's not
Like,
even about you need to be a fan for like 20, 30 years.
no, it's not even that. It's yeah.
Is you're gonna walk into an environment and people are gonna know.
Yeah.
People are just gonna know. And I work in a fucking collectible shop.
And I think that for at least for your own like when you if you decide to open up that sort of front, it's like it's not even just a oh I hope this guy knows what's up. Like you can also just check my resume.
Yeah.
It's not even just a like you're shooting in the dark here. Like people know you one from where you already work and where you already are affiliated with. And then people who want to ask about you be like, oh, you can just ask this dude. You can ask these people. You can ask those people.
Yeah.
No, that'd be cool. I think this needs to be, especially authentic places like this, need to happen because the corporate people are going to do this anyway. Unfortunately, the train has already left the station, so if you already know that the fake people are gonna make stores like this anyway, you gotta compete with what you do. Like you just have to because otherwise, then we're just gonna have a bunch of fake, corporate mall ran
Like like card stores.
yeah.
Like fucking FYE. FYE is like the biggest example of that.
Mm-hmm.
Like FYE is what the what?
I don't know what this is.
E and J boutique. Oh, they closed down. E and J, didn't they?
Maybe I don't know.
How they talking about
heightened alert raises
and
security.
then they got E and J.
Either they didn't put the right one, or they're saying other stores.
I thought E and J at least one shop E and J.
Oh shit! They're still around.
They're still. I thought they were closing down. I feel like them niggas been closing down for like that long.
I mean, those shops that see that'll be like
Yo.
final day clearance sale, and then they back 2 weeks later. It's just like final day, everything goes, and then they got new stock the next day.
Like Koch Warehouse, that nigga been closing down for 30 years. And I'm like, yo, Koch, like what's good?
Come on, bro.
That
Failing forward, baby.
And for those of you who don't know Koch, I think he's like part owners of Forbidden Planet or some shit like that. Like that's
Mhm.
where they keep that warehouse is where they keep all their shit.
Mhm.
Koch has some crazy shit. I seen Eminem toy still sealed in box when he did his second album where he was wearing the hockey mask with the chainsaw.
Okay. Yeah.
And he had
This is the Marshall Mathers joint, I think.
Yes.
Marshall Mathers LP. Yeah.
Yeah, and he had the figure of him with the overalls and the chain came with the chainsaw and the mask and $350. I'm like, damn, nigga.
That's crazy.
Yeah, bro,
but it's worth it though. That's almost a one-on-one.
He has good shit, and that's the kind of stuff that I would like to sell. But for yeah.
I saw honestly, especially with collabs on stuff, when I was in Nashville, I was touring in Nashville, and one of the spots that we did a show at was a local theater / like small movie theater. Like those small movie theaters that come with a stage.
Yeah.
It was literally a collectible store mixed with a small theater, and they did a lot of movie memorabilia, posters, shit like that. Like somehow, if you can collab it just right and get people into the same, they had a little bar. You can go in a little snack bar, food bar, get a little beer or something. If you can connect two things that can go together, especially if people, I don't know what your tattoo artist specializes in.
Well,
but but if it's also within theme of like people can literally get ideas or they can like if it's something that cross pollinates, then it's
Well, the it'll work.
yeah
I mean, I'm there,
yeah yeah
so
yeah yeah
so
yeah.
so it'll figure. What's that? What's the now? I'm thinking like, what's that Eminem figure go for now?
Oh yeah, let me see. Let me see. Let me see. Uh,
Put figure
figure.
2000, I guess. Oh, 2001. God
Damn,
damn, boy. Oh,
184,
180. Oh, that's
150.
not bad. See,
That's 184
that's the
with sun damage though. So if his is legit too, like I can see it going 250. Tack on New York price 300.
yeah 300. Yeah, no one's
Yeah.
gonna buy that. They went down because this was during the pandemic when I saw it. Actually, here, like copy paste it because I want to see. No, copy the description.
Oh, where is it? Where?
Oh,
This
there
one?
you go.
Oh,
There,
this one.
that is it.
Just check it.
Mm.
Somebody dropped it $10.
Yeah, you're gonna get that fucking. You're gonna get something crazy in the mail.
That is sick.
Yeah.
I don't remember this. I don't. Damn.
And then I saw that in the.
Oh, and it's three. Oh shit. So there's M and Marshall. That's crazy. How many rappers have action figures now? Now I want to know.
Not many.
Not many. So damn, he was just doing some
I know
rare shit.
Wu Tang had some. Uh,
Of course, yeah, I figured Wu Tang would.
I feel like
That was a
Wu
Saudi
Tang
shit.
was the. I can't. I don't know, but I know for sure Wu Tang had them.
225 for the Eminem.
That one's nice.
Yeah.
But see the
13 points of
see
articulation.
the 13 points. That's pretty good. See the thing with figures like this is like on eBay. Like I feel like it'll take a while for them to move on eBay, but when you
320.
because not a while, but like it depends
Yeah.
because you could put that up and it'll probably sit on eBay. But when you put it with a store that's being promoted, social media, this and that, people coming in, cool shit,
Yeah.
influencers, they go, oh shit, look, they got the Eminem.
Yeah.
And then when you put it out there, you know.
Honestly, no, you're absolutely right because there's a one to what you're saying is like you eBay gives you more access. Like obviously you put it up there, millions, potentially billions of people will be able to see this thing. That's cool. But when it comes to making the sale, there's a much wider disconnect because you're not talking each other up, you're not doing whatever. They're not able to hold it, so there's always that little bit of buyer's like fear of like, is this shit gonna be fake? Is it gonna be real? When I get it, is it gonna get damaged in translation? Like when you see it at a shop, you can pick it up, be like, yo, whatever. And then two, honestly, owning rare shit will somehow make people buy shit at your store that's not that item. Because there's a spot in Chinatown that literally the back wall is full of sealed Game Boy Color, Game Boy Advance games.
Yeah,
And
could you imagine if you have like social media influencers like bigging that up, or
yeah,
you know if they had like a good, because when people go to get tattoos, they obviously gotta have a good amount of money.
yeah.
You know, so I mean, and then they're bringing people with them. So and then you want to when you sit down while you wait, look at some cool shit.
Look at some cool shit. Check some stuff out.
Yeah.
Yeah. Also, honestly, especially because New York City specifically has like a, I mean, we all struggling trying to get a dollar, but it does have a high amount of people who got money for real, especially people in the know. And it's like if they know a cool spot that they want to go, like higher profile people who like who are like in the scene of tattoos and they're in the scene of like collectibles, I could see that person popping up to a spot that feels like, especially if they know somebody. Oh yeah, you want to go to my boy's shop? You want to go to my friend's tattoo spot? You want to get a tattoo and then check out shit, and then they walk out with an Eminem figure.
500.
500. It's
They
crazy.
sucking dick.
Yeah, it's crazy.
It says the prototype figure.
Oh, it does look a little different.
There's a prototype.
It's the prototype figure, like maybe the one at like a toy show, the one you got from like a toy show.
Who knows? But I wouldn't trust it.
Yeah.
Anybody could say it's a prototype figure. How the fuck you got it?
Now, how you know? Where's the code? Is crazy. Oh, it's the same guy. He's selling the prototype for 2,500.
Nobody buying that, partner.
Yeah.
I feel like that's a figure like that. Like is so niche.
Oh wait, is it larger than the?
I mean, I guess it's the prototype.
Oh, the prototype is smaller than the actual figure.
I mean, I would assume so, but I think something like that is so niche that you kind of need to do more than just throw it up and
Yeah, like you're gonna have to wait till he like M
die or
goes,
some
yeah,
shit.
till M dies, and then they do like a museum is trying to collect, or the family's trying to get memorabilia, type shit.
Yeah.
Um,
But
but yeah,
these are all sick. I'm gonna have to revisit this because I was looking at
you gotta
because at some point because at some point you're gonna wanna buy like cool shit
just cool shit to
for the
have.
shop.
Yeah.
And then yo, what up, Werewolf by Night?
What up, werewolf? We talking legit business today. I was gonna say even you got to get some of them. Get the not knockoffs. Just get them shits in bulk. Have them ready.
No,
Yeah,
I was think you know what I was
because you
thinking
could
of
get
that.
them in bulk, and then because like most people. Another thing is because you're in the know and you would be running a business. You would have access to do something that would like because people could go online and do this shit themselves, but sometimes they don't want to. So it's like you stock up on some of those. Be like that way you don't got to go to the Chinese site to get it. You don't got to go there. I got it.
And
Like,
then they're like $20,
yeah,
$20 a pop.
$20 a
So
pop. You could do a little New York
so it's
inflation.
like
Call it a day.
100 five figures will cost $100.
Yeah,
So you
NY
get
inflation.
10.
Yeah, you
You
do
get
like a
10. You can buy 10, buy two. But here's the thing, because like let's just say we do this,
Mhm.
right? Obviously, I know a lot of important people from publishing companies,
Mhm.
distributors and things like that. So I don't know if you know I'll invite somebody that works for a specific company and they'll be like, "What are you selling that?"
No, that too. Yeah, yeah.
So, but we'll see. But we'll see.
Well, and then again, it all comes down to like a little bit of variety, a little bit of the. You can do small stocks with a lot of stuff and like small inventory, see if it sells through whatever. Um.
But if you go straight on AliExpress, you get
Mhm.
them for 20.
Oh yeah.
Because I guess AliExpress wants you to buy these in bulk.
Mhm. That's where my boy, one of my managers, he has his own little shoppy.
Mm-hmm.
His is mainly online, but
Mm-hmm.
he sells the just those little retrofitted Raspberry Pi
Mm-hmm.
emulator game machines. He um he buys them for like I don't know, it's $80 maybe, and then they resell for like around 200 usually. Like you can find them on Amazon. They're usually on people's Amazon stores. He buys them like $80 or whatever, and then he puts it up from AliExpress to his actual store. And they want you to buy. They want you to buy like 30 at a time or 10 at a time or whatever the thing is, all the time.
I recently met the creator of the Punisher at a private signing.
I've been seeing some of your stories, and you did you get some stuff signed, or did you pick up a couple books or something from it, or is that what it was?
Not so. What happened was that somebody at the shop that I work at, well, one of the managers, um, he he had just recently left the store. He had just recently left, just recently stopped working there. And so then he's moving. So now that he's not working there anymore, and emphasis on the not working there anymore, he was, trying to get rid of some of his books for the move or whatever. Um, and somebody was like, uh, somebody he was talking to, he was trying to get like a deal off of some of the books he was selling. So he was like, "Yo, I know a secret signing that's happening with the creator of the Punisher. Would you be interested in going?" So it was kind of like he was trying to like give him that information in hopes that he could give him a better deal. And then my so he hit me up and he was like, "Yo, you want to get your first appearance of the Punisher signed?" And I was like, "Yeah." And then he's just like, "Yo, here's the address. Don't tell anybody. Don't bring anybody. Just show up." Obviously, I brought two friends. Yeah, I was, So then I called my friend and I'm like, "Yo, you want to meet the creator of the Punisher?" And she was like, "Fuck yeah." So she had bought some stuff online. She drove us over there, and it was also a snowstorm that was happening that day. So we were a little concerned on whether or not it was going to happen, but we saw it wasn't advertised. So we saw like two people standing there. And then what ended up happening was that we were like, "Oh, okay, so I guess it is happening." And then we was peeking, and there was like a whole camera crew. There was like they were filming a movie.
Oh shit! Like almost like they're doing like a documentary
Yeah,
type shit.
yeah, they're doing a documentary on the creator of the Punisher's life, and uh, so I was like, "Oh," but we weren't sure what was happening because we was like, "Oh, this looked like camera crew." And we saw him sitting down, and he was doing like an interview type thing. So we had breakfast. We ate, and then we came back, and then the two people that were standing there weren't standing there anymore, so we were first in line. About several other people showed up, so we were talking about how people found out about it. Uh, I was just like, so then I had texted my boy, and I was like, "Yo, like, who who sent me?" Because like, obviously they're gonna be like, "Yo, who sent you?" You know.
Yeah.
And he's gonna be like, "Oh, just say that." I forgot what his name was. It was like Glenn or Sal or some shit. And then I'm like, "Well, what if I tell the person that Glenn sent me, and it's actually Glenn that I'm talking to?" And he's gonna be like, "Get the fuck out of here."
Yeah, right, right,
But,
right,
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 like,
right.
no one
Nigga,
is.
I'm Glenn. I'm the manager.
Yeah. So, um, it, and so it ended up being cool or whatever, but there was one guy who found out about the signing because somebody left a comment in a Facebook post, just airing it out like, "Oh, Jerry Conway gonna be da 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 da." And then the owner of the comic book shop, which is a fantastic comic book shop by the way, um, he had saw the dude's comment and was like, "Yo, not only are you banned, you better delete the fucking comment."
Damn.
So obviously that guy didn't show up, but that's
Yeah.
how another guy found out about it. And then they had came from, I think four people came from Staten Island. And it was cool. It was like 7 or 8 people. And then my friends were the only girls there, obviously. So when the producer came out, was like, "Oh, we're gonna be filming you guys, interact with him, blah 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 blah." So and then the girls go up, and then they were like, Can you talk to them? Can you talk to them?" And they were like, and then it was like, and I was like, "Yo, this is funny because they're definitely gonna be in the documentary because they were the only girls there."
Oh yeah, they got to,
Yeah,
got to.
they're
Yeah,
gonna
yeah,
put them on the thing.
yeah. They're on the cover.
So yeah, so he signed their books, and then I came up, and so then my friends were asking questions because there was one guy who also had a ASM 129, but my friends don't really know much about comics, but they do know the Punisher. So obviously, like, not that they're trying to be posers or anything, but it's crazy. He's the creator of the Punisher, John Bernthal. He's huge. He's
Yeah.
more mainstream now than he ever was,
Yeah.
ever. So they bought some Punisher stuff. They wanted to get their shit signed, and it was cool. But I got the first experience of Punisher, and then my friend was like, "Oh," so she asked the guy. She was like, "Yo, why is yours red?" And then because he had a reprint, and then because so
Ah.
they don't really understand comics like that. So
Yeah.
then he's just like, "Oh no, this is a reprint." And then she's like, "Oh, because he has the yellow one." And then everybody was like, "Yo, you have that?" And I was like, "Yeah, dude, yeah." And everybody was like, "Yo, that's crazy." And then somebody said, "I ain't got the money for that," and I said, "Neither do I." So he signed it. And then I pulled out the game, and then he like looked mad confused, like, "My lip, can you please sign this?" He was mad confused, like, and I was like, "Yes." So he signed the sealed copy
Of the
uh,
game? That's
of the Punisher
crazy.
for PS2,
That's
sealed.
crazy.
So I was like, "Yo, you ever played this game?" He's like, "Nah, I don't." He was like, "I don't play video games." He was like, "I didn't even know it existed."
Licensing is a son of a bitch, ain't it?
Yeah.
Like you be like, you think, because especially because you in your own world, you be like, oh, it's this nigga. There's toys, games, keychains, everything.
He's like 80 years old.
Yeah, he wouldn't even register. That's funny though.
So he signed it, and then I was talking to my friends about it, and it's kind of like a one of one, right? So, uh, Punisher video game PS2. There you go. That's it.
Yeah.
And this is largely considered to be, one of the best Punisher games
Yeah.
ever.
THQ. I think they also did the Blade one for PS1 maybe, and I remember that was like very popular too. Yeah, man.
Yeah. So he signed it. Um, that was cool. Uh, so yeah, it's a one of one. Um, so the idea now is like, obviously you got to get it graded,
Yeah.
right? You got to get it graded, but I have the only signed copy by the creator of the Punisher, who, by the way, is not doing signings anymore.
Oh shit.
That's it. He's done.
He's
and
done.
and the reason why it was a secret signing is because he had the his official last signing at a shop in California. So
So people really weren't supposed to know because it's like,
exactly,
yeah,
and that's why he was like, "Yo, don't ever fucking come back."
yeah.
So uh, I have the only signed copy by Jerry Conway of Punisher. That's it. So if I ever wanted to sell it, I control the market.
Mm. Mm. Had it in glass. Put that in the shop in glass.
Not for sale.
Yeah. Yeah, just have a like that's another thing. It's like have some shit that's just like this is archive.
I didn't
Like
think
you
about
can't.
that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
like
I
this
didn't
is
think
archive.
about
That's supposed to put that shit behind
like
glass.
like video
Had
games New
like
York.
video games,
Yeah,
because they have a thing which is what they call it their museum section, because it's like we're technically curating a small museum. None of this shit's for sale. The Power Glove can't get it. This can't get it. This weird Genesis add-on can't get it. Like just look
that's
at
a
it.
good idea.
Just watch
That's a
it.
good idea.
Yeah.
And be like, if you want to buy it, email me.
Email me. We'll talk.
Email. Yeah,
This
yeah,
is
yeah.
not a.
We'll talk. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
we'll talk.
Not
We'll
not for
talk.
sale.
We'll talk.
Because once you see that email, you better be ready to like offer me something. Because God, like, I'm not even trying to like. Hey, what's it saying over there?
I was just yo. Oh no, I got this thing that
Okay.
gets rid of the Bobo joints. Yeah.
So uh so what I was saying was that you know hit so this is gonna be Frank Castle's first movie in like 20 years.
Mm-hmm.
Almost
Yeah.
almost 20 years. Um Jerry Conway is creating a documentary based on his life. Uh and he's very old. So he don't got much time left.
Mm-hmm.
So, you know, May God rest his soul. Great guy. Um, so it's honestly a good thing to have both ASM 129 and the PlayStation Punisher 2 game signed by him, graded. Um, I knew a lot of people on Reddit was telling me like, oh, you should get Garth Ennis to sign it because he was the writer on the game, and it's just like, who gives a fuck, dog? Like,
Mm-hmm.
Jerry Conway is the only.
Yeah, the
That's
eight selling for 5.
yeah,
That's
graded
5K.
in my condition, it's almost touching 1,000. It's like 1,000, 1,500.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, so it's especially with the signature, which is
Mm-hmm.
you can't even get it anymore. This is like, oh, that's a reprint.
That's a reprint. Oh, so it's the red. Is it the?
The red cover is the first reprint.
Okay.
Um, but yeah, so
No, it's crazy. That's crazy. No, yeah, that'd be cool. Like a little setup. Have it that way. Um. No, I did. I said I did BlurCon this last
oh, that's the one you had, Marvel Tales.
week. Which one? This one?
Go up.
Oh, this one. We had this one.
Yeah,
Oh,
one of the
yeah,
guys
yeah,
had
yeah,
that
yeah.
one, and then my friends were like, "Huh? What's the difference?" And then the guy was like, "Nah, he got the real shit.
He got the real
He
shit.
got the real shit."
Yeah. Oh, is this another one?
Uh,
It's like another appearance.
and I think that might be like the third.
Oh, Spider-Man and
Oh, there you
Punisher.
go. That's the third appearance. Yeah,
I like these covers though.
yeah, it's really good.
Yeah.
But what were you saying about BlurCon?
Oh no. I had I've been talking with a lot of. The one thing I like about BlurCon specifically is because they like you can go to Comic Con, Anime NYC. And obviously these are like obviously they're gonna be bigger conventions. They're gonna have bigger show floors. They're gonna have all these different things to offer. But one thing I specifically like about BlurCon, if you can go, it's they really focused on POC. So Black, Latino, Brown, anybody that pretty much likes it in that space. They book out these like 4 hotels and they turn that into the convention.
Mm-hmm.
Their show floor is always like black owned people selling stuff, having like cool merch, like older things, and their vibe specifically is always like way more authentic than most of these other spots. So like I don't know, I got some like people who I know, and some of them like the guy the Concrete I told you about. A lot of them are New York based, so like they have things where they've been running for years at their conventions and their spots. So I'm sure they probably got um like for starting out tips and things that you can like do or things that might help out with inventory, whatever, however it works. Because these are things I don't know specifically, but I watch enough people do it, and I can tell the difference between the people who are like, oh, I know what I'm doing, and the people who are just like, yeah, I'm just doing this because I got the money to set up this shop and and I maybe pay a guy to do it, but I don't give him no creative control, so just sell it. That sort of thing. Yeah.
It's definitely like I don't know. I feel like now more than ever, like I could just tell.
Yeah.
Like I could just tell who got their parents' money.
Mm-hmm.
I could just tell
Their grandparents' money.
who took out a loan
Mm-hmm.
and they might not make that money back. So it's it's the next few years is gonna be interesting because as a lot of attention has just been on comic books lately. I'm seeing a lot of like new faces. I'm seeing kids as born as late as 2009 that are regulars. So it's gonna be very interesting to see how it shakes out. I recently read the Dakota incident from Milestone.
Okay.
Gave my copy away to a customer because I don't really care
Mm-hmm.
about owning it. I just wanted to read it.
Yeah.
The book is going for like $30 now, 30 40 $30 40 bucks.
Oh shit.
It was really really pushed heavily through TikTok.
Is this post the situation with
Uh,
Thomas explained? Or?
yeah, yeah, because I would say what he said kind of went crazy on TikTok, and then TikTok on top of that kind of was just like, yo, see, this is why you need to buy this shit
Mm-hmm.
because of shit like this. So um, it was really good. Now I liked how they integrated everything. Uh, they had one of the. I'm not really too much in the know on Milestone Comics. I've read Static,
Mm-hmm.
so
And then Icon, I know, is like the big.
Icon.
That's the Static and Icon are like the two that I just knew of
I know
the most.
Rocket. I think her name is.
Okay.
Wait, what's her name? Click the go up. Look, yeah, there you
This
go.
one.
Yeah, I think this is her.
What and for those who might not know, what is the affiliation with Milestone DC? Like how these guys do crossovers?
Uh, it's so complicated.
To yeah, because it's weird because I've always thought they were their own thing, and then obviously they've done the DC cross. Because like I would watch the cartoon, that's and I would watch Static, and I would watch Static's appearances on like Justice League, just because it was just like he just here, and I'm like, wait, what's happening? How is this happening?
Yeah, so um,
Like this shit right here.
the that's the cover that's going
Oh,
crazy.
So this is the one, the Dakota incident. Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
so it's pretty much this one is pretty much attempting to integrate Milestone back into DC continuity, which they keep on trying and they keep on trying, and for some reason it just doesn't work out. Whether it's like a rights issue, whether it's like I don't really know what the what the problem is, but they relaunched it a couple years ago, and then they gave Static his like a mini series. Well, it's season one. Then they did a season two, and then I know a few other characters had their own, but for some reason it ended up not happening.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and listen, the harsh reality about the situation is DC or any business, uh, for that matter, they only care about one thing. It's one thing only. It's fucking money. A lot of people,
Mm-hmm.
a lot of people, right? And this is gonna make me sound like Comics Explained, but a lot of African American, Hispanic people, um, you know, a lot of these people they want characters of color. They want representation. But if you're not fucking putting your money up, if you're not going to the store and you're not buying it, if you're not posting it on social media, if you're not pre-ordering it, if you're not doing whatever it takes to get the book, this will not happen. Also,
No, that's real.
on top of that, this is the most important thing. If you want, so there's I don't really like getting political, but the right wing side of the spectrum, right? Like the right wing.
I call them neckbeards. But even though there's liberal neckbeards, I lump a lot of the neckbeard culture into that. Like, if you're talking in like the pop culture space.
A lot of the right wing people who quote unquote read comics,
Mm-hmm.
I really I really don't understand like why they support half the characters that
When
they
it,
support.
literally the whole shit is
Yeah.
always about breaking systemic something. It's always about breaking something systemic. It's always about overcoming some sort of
Never makes sense to me.
like I don't.
So I just wanna get this over with.
Yeah, no, do
But
your thing.
because I don't like being too political. But so the the right wing people would say, okay, well, stop. Why don't you create your own characters and stop reimagining the ones that we have? Okay, true. I definitely agree with that to an extent of like we need more original characters. I don't have a problem with Miles Morales. I don't have a problem with a lot of these other characters that were quote unquote blackwashed. I mean, I don't really fucking care as long as the story's good. Um, but uh, but sometimes it doesn't make sense when to take a character who's white and make them black, and vice versa. You know what I mean? So I do agree that there's some tiny truth to that. But when those same people that are like, oh well, create your own characters, it's like okay, you guys don't support them when they or it goes back to like oh
And these are, well, it's not mine to support. I shouldn't have to care about it.
yeah,
I shouldn't have to care. Yeah.
but if you're not if you want people to create their own characters, and I'm not saying that you need to support every black character because they're black, or which is another problem that I have with like a lot of these black original characters that they come out with, like oh buy my zine because it's POC. Like if it's trash, it's trash. Like I because I'm a person of color, because you're a person of color, that don't mean that I have to fucking support every fucking black indie creator just because of the fact you put out a good product. I'm gonna support it, and then at the same time, it's like there's a lot of people that put out really good original black works. Homie that did Harriet Tubman Demon Slayer.
Yeah, he was at BlurCon.
Oh
A
yeah.
lot of, like I said, a lot. There's a lot of really cool comic creators that do their stands out there. Yeah, dude, Harriet Tubman is. I think I still have the issue one somewhere of that. Um, no, there are some really good works. It's just it's a shitty gray area where it's like we need the support to get this off the ground, but I don't we don't have to support everything because not everybody's gonna make it. That's the truth of any creative endeavor. Not everybody's gonna make it.
And a lot of it is garbage.
A lot.
I'm not gonna hold you.
But that's on every side of the spectrum.
Yeah, yes,
That's
exactly.
on every. It's not
Exactly,
just
yeah.
black. I think the issue when it comes to like for me, and obviously like I know you're wrapping everything up, but for me, honestly, I do feel about this not so much in comics, but generally anything like black creative. Um, it's one of those things where it's like you feel like you really do want to support because of if we're talking statistically like how many people are making it. It's such a small fraction, and so like if you can support as much as possible to get as much out, try to. But also the people on the other side should also check this shit out because maybe the story is good, but you're hiding behind the fact that, well, he doesn't look like me, so
Yeah.
so why should I read it? But then it's like, but you want to see what we can do, right? This is what we can do. Why don't you pick up the comic, check it out? You might be surprised because some of these niggas is skilled. Some of these niggas pen game is good. Some of these people got bars, but you just don't want to do it because you can't get over the color line. So like I don't know. It's
Yeah, and I definitely agree.
Yeah.
And to end this whole thing, because I don't want to get too much into this.
No, you could.
Is if you want DC and you want Marvel to invest more in characters of color, you gotta find a black independent creator that's putting out some heat and throw your money behind him. Make this guy a fucking superstar. Because that's the only way Marvel and DC is gonna go, wow, look at what this guy did. Look at what fucking this random black guy from fucking Georgia or Tennessee or whatever. Look what he's doing over there. You know what I mean? And then they'll be like, "Hey, you want to create a character for DC?" And he might go, "Fuck you," or he might go, "Yeah." And because that's the only way we're gonna get somewhere. Like, it's I like that we gave, you know, I like that everybody really unified and pitched in to have Milestone, the Dakota Incident, sell out
Mm-hmm.
on a distributor level, sell out in store, and it's going to a second print, which is fucking great. Um, but we have to keep this same energy for guys like Harriet Tubman Demon Slayer, like what's this homie? I haven't read it, but you know,
The impound,
the Impound. I haven't
impound.
read
Yeah,
that, but I uh I haven't heard anybody
the
say anything
Tuskegee Airs.
to Tuskegee
Tuskegee
Airs.
Airs. There are some. So the ones that I think, and I can, and there's some people who've been kind of promoting them for years, but there are my time spent kind of going and covering conventions since about 2019. Like I met a lot of people through conventions. I met you for the first time through
Yes.
conventions. Um, I walk around and a lot of times I'm either doing some form of press there or I am just seeing what's happening. I can maybe not off the top of my head, but I can name with a small search up to maybe about 10 consistent like black and brown uh promoters of their comics who are there every year. Like they're able to make their rent, they're able to show up, and they're consistently putting out volumes. Like they have issues 3, issues 4. This is coming out, and it's the people like the Tuskegee Airs, it's the Impound, it's the the Harriet Tubman. These guys need bigger platforms because they're consistently here since I've been there, 2019. I've seen them. They're still out there promoting what they're doing. They're still making stuff happen, and they should be on a much larger stage at this
Yeah,
point.
yeah.
They should. They just should be.
There's
They
no
should be.
reason why.
They're putting in their work. They're doing their
Exactly.
end. They're doing their end for real.
There's no reason why we should be complaining that DC isn't you know focusing more on black characters, because I've seen a lot of TikToks about that.
Mm-hmm.
While we could be putting money behind other people, like other black creators, like the ones that I listed, that if we gave these guys the sales that we gave the Dakota Incident, they would just be pumping stuff out to the point where Marvel and DC would have to take notice.
Too big to ignore. Yeah.
You know what I mean? And why aren't we doing that? Why do we keep giving our money to like DC? What, like, we should be showing DC like, look, there's money to be made because we're not giving it to you, and we're platforming these small black independent creators.
You do that for 1 year. You get enough people doing that for 1 year, they're gonna turn their head.
No, of course,
They're gonna
of
turn their
course,
head.
of
1 year.
course.
We're talking. We're like 1 year. Give it 6 months of like I'm not buying these issues right now. I'm trying to lock in on this.
Of course.
The top 5. There's at least 5 that I can tell you have volumes that you can read, and you can go buy all of them right now.
And I'm talking about like reliable sales numbers.
Yeah.
Like reliable sales numbers, and not like how some other people, oh, I'm gonna put out my book, and then it's in 5 years they only got like, and I don't. If you know who I'm talking about, but it's like bro,
we know
like
the one.
bro,
Yeah, we know the ones.
yeah. So
Yeah.
it's like you got there's obviously people who you know it's yeah, like this guy, you like, who draws it himself, who writes it himself, or I think he does. I don't know, but he used to sell this shit out of the back of his fucking car.
Yeah, it
Dude
was
had the hoopty.
yeah. Doing it, and now it's like, bro, I see you at every convention, every major one. You're there, and it's not a rinky dink booth. You got a corner pocket, and there's people coming up to you saying, "Hey," saying, "What's up?" These are really cool, fun characters. Art design is fun. Um, And that's obviously one of the ones we've been talking about off the top, but there are others, man.
No,
There
no,
really are
yeah,
others,
yeah.
yeah.
So I mean, I read it, I liked it.
Yeah.
Um,
And also these are things that like one of the other things is like we like this stuff, but if you give them a platform, we might not have seen their best work yet. Like imagine if you give them the platform necessary,
and he
what they
don't
could
have to
cook
work a 9 to 5.
they could cook up something crazy. Like just crazy. People think that too. They think, "Oh, I'm just buying into this one thing." You're buying into the potential of look at what they've done. Now imagine if you give them DC budget. Imagine if you give them Marvel's access. Imagine if you get like you could get the best character you've never seen before. You just might.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
it's to wrap this up.
Yeah. I'm gonna get to some games.
You know, and even what was this one thing? Food stamps. That was like another cool one. Tuskegee Airs, obviously.
Yeah.
That's a fun one. I've seen these guys a few times at conventions.
Yeah.
Um, it's them. It's food stamps.
Mm-hmm.
I think a lot of those guys deserve to be platformed. Um, I know people were super into La Borinqueña. I mean, that wasn't
Mm-hmm.
really my cup of tea. Felt a little too generic for me.
Mm-hmm.
But and even I have a homegirl. Her name is Cassiel. She just dropped it's FU.
Oh, food stamps, right?
Yeah.
Food stamps.
Uh, my homegirl Cassiel, she just really did she just started doing a comic based off of Filipino colonialism, things like that. So she's doing her thing out there with, you know, some Filipino Asian influence in there. So, you know, the imagine giving him, this guy,
Yeah.
all the support where he doesn't have to work, and he could just focus on doing this.
Yeah. Then
He,
you really get the
he's a
get the
fantastic artist.
yeah.
Hip hop influence, doing a comic. Uh, there's a lot of crazy shit out there where if we just support these guys and give them the platform necessary to just stay home and really fucking and really do what they do, man. So while just lastly, just cutting this off, while I do agree that the Dakota incident was massively important for the African American space of comics, um, we also can't have that same energy for these big corporations, because how many times have we seen DC trying to integrate Milestone into the DCU? How many times has that failed? You know what I mean? How many times has it come and gone? They don't give a fuck, because like once the money stops coming in, once you guys stop supporting it, that's when they go, all right, the experiment for the 10th time is over, and then you never see these characters again. But if we keep this same energy to consistently, and I mean consistently, supporting small Hispanic, African American creators, Asians, Filipino, Latino, African American, African, you name it, because we put so much stock into supporting, you know, these mangas,
And the
these,
household names, like all the household names, you know.
you know, how many times you gonna spend $100 and something on fucking, I don't know, on Viz Media hundred and something dollars on DC, but at the same time complain like, oh, our we don't get represented much. And then you got dudes cooking.
Mm-hmm.
If y'all all collectively went on social media, promoted these guys, promoted the fuck out of them to the point where these big these big industry giants, trust me, and when I mean like trust me when I tell you this, I promise you, these people watch everything. I speak to these people. I speak to these industry guys. They come by
And
and
they
they
break
say
a lot
hi.
of shit down to numbers.
Yeah, and they want to know what's up in the comic world. Like, like they get their comics every week, like the rest of you guys. You don't think that these big editors at Marvel and DC and Image Comics and all these other guys aren't fucking looking for like the next big character to promote? You're ridiculous to say that putting your money and putting your effort into promoting these smaller guys is useless. It's not, because I'm one of these people that would tell these guys that when they come in, oh, you should take a look at this creator. You should take a look at this guy. Something over here is happening. A lot of these editors would love to discover the next Dwayne McDuffie. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So all I'm gonna say is great job on the internet for putting this out, for selling this out, distributor level, store level, second print. Let's have it go to a third print, fourth print, fifth print. Let's keep it going. But at the same time, let's not forget about the smaller guys that are working the 9 to 5s that we could be giving this energy to. That's all I'm saying. And I guess we could.
And that's well said. It's well said. Speaking of,
Yeah,
to, to,
I was hoping this was the segue.
yeah, to trample on all the good stuff. No, let's watch the Lanterns trailer because, well, I mean, honestly, for me, obviously, when it comes to book sales and things of that nature, you're clearly more versed on that, and my relationship with comics for me actually started in the movies, and that was just because I was a movie person. Like I went to school for film. I like movies. I grew up watching films with my family. So, a lot of my introductions, not all of them, but a lot of my introductions to certain characters were not through books. It was through, oh, check out this, you know, everybody's seen the 1990 Batman. You know what I mean? Like that was in my household. I had like copy every iteration of technology. We had a copy that. So Lanterns is coming out, and it looks like it could be a fun story. I feel like DC, because they're in a better foothold against Marvel, and first few times in the last couple of years. I kind of want to know what they got. I want to see what they got going on. You said you have not seen this yet.
No,
You're not too familiar with this trailer
I
yet.
didn't see it.
I haven't seen it either yet, so I want to give it a go.
With all due
See what
respect,
we got.
we've been training for what, 2 months? And I haven't even worn the ring yet.
Hold up. Change where that sound is coming from.
What my man Werewolf by Night is saying?
Let's see that. How was the con? Original characters are always good, but sometimes it could be taken out of proportion. Um, I want to know how so, but I also get that sometimes it's overhyped. And the con was just fun, man. It was fun. This year was like they do a theme. It was kind of they have these like weird themes. This year was Freaknik, so it was like the idea was like a '90s big '90s nostalgia vibe. This coming year is gonna be wrestling, so I think that one's gonna sell out easy.
For Blurred Con?
Yeah, so like they do
So
their
nobody
thing.
cosplay as the nigga from the Goofy movie?
Oh yeah, no, that I knew. We had a friend who did Powerline. She did like her gender bend of Powerline. Um, no, they do. They have a theme every year, so it's always like something. Now, granted, some people just show up. Like one thing about these conventions, especially when it comes to the cosplay people, like I like cosplayers. I'm friends with a lot of them. I don't really do cosplay myself, but you give them an excuse to wear something that they want to wear, they're gonna wear it. It don't matter. You go to an anime convention, there's gonna be a Spider-Man there. You go, you go anywhere. There's gonna be anybody. If they got a fit that they want to show off, they're gonna do it.
Like there was a friend of mine said that he went to a horror convention and he saw like people cosplay as Harley Quinn.
Yeah. You'll see, cause it to them it's like, oh, I'm gonna do the makeup, I'm gonna do the thing. People will find a way. They will 7 ways from bacon, and that's an old reference. But
Well,
they will.
when we were at Anime NYC last year, we saw Mr. Terrific.
We did see Mr. Terrific. Yeah,
No.
yeah, there was a Mr. Terrific out there
Like, I mean, that's
in the cut.
cool, but all right.
Yeah, no. Now my lady did a Xenomorph Alien because like 90, there was some 90s shit going on with aliens at the time. And there's a bunch, there's a bunch of different things people did, but it was a lot of fun. I would recommend it if you're in New York. It's a small drive to DC. It's like it's in the Virginia side, like right as you pass the city.
I hate conventions.
Yeah, the thing about conventions is that as a whole, you would think that they're too much, like it's a lot. But the thing is, because of what it is, there's a sliver of it that you can enjoy, and that's what you should go do. Like that's what I would say to anybody who's never attended a convention, maybe thinking about it, don't know, is it worth it? One, if you're in New York City, there's several every year. There's at least 8 or 9 every year.
A convention level type shop every day.
No, for you, every day is a convention because you'll have 50 people in one small space on any given hour. But for people who don't, maybe that's not their job per se, and you want to go, but it's like, oh, it's a lot going on. It's like there's an artist alley. If you like art, you can do that. There's vendors if you like certain stuff. And also a lot of times, I ain't gonna hold you, I'll buy from vendors that I like. A lot of times I will literally do inspiration shopping at these cons because I'll see shit that I just wasn't thinking about seeing, but it's because it's all in the same room. I know this person's overcharging me, but I know where I can go to get it. But thank you for giving me the idea. Honestly, I love doing that. Now, if it's someone I really do know, which I do know people, who like, oh, you promote, you make your own art, you make your own thing, I'll pull up to you and buy your stuff. But honestly, it's a great way to just kind of check the temperature of what you're looking at and like, oh, what's happening here? What's happening there? If you like panels, if you like learning more about whatever it is that you read, your favorite artist might be there and you might be able to catch a panel and that sort of stuff. Or if you are like a lot of these people who just want to do parties, a lot of these people just want to go party, there's a whole scene for that there.
No,
so,
I agree. I like down to NYC because there was less people. But...
Yeah. But no, it was fun. I highly recommend them.
To your teacher. You're not ready to get up in front of the class until work says you are.
Oh shit! Hold on, let me my sound on this too.
I could have died.
You want me to train you? I'm training you. Something.
So we're getting our guy from the animated series, right?
Yeah.
John Locke? No.
John.
This is my
John
town.
Stewart. John Locke.
You're a big shot. Noted. But stay the fuck out of my way.
Think she hates your guts.
It's the way she hates them.
This is a stupid plan.
Not that stupid.
That I don't doubt. The Green Lantern's oath is to protect people. And we both know I do a better job of this than you.
This is my job. As long as I'm alive, that ain't changing. So take a deep breath, Junior.
I like the casting. I like some of the actors in it.
You're old. You're tired. And your time is up.
I don't understand. Who are you exactly?
Hal Jordan, Green Lantern.
Have you ever talked with the other Lanterns?
I'm the only human. They're aliens. One of them's a fucking squirrel.
All right, I like the cursing. I like that we so now we know it's gonna be TVMA.
I
We know it's gonna be TVMA.
go to the. I already know people are crashing out over this.
Yeah.
I already know people are crashing out over this.
No Country for Old Lanterns is
That was
fucking
the
peak.
most un-Green Lantern thing I've ever seen.
Yeah,
and
that's
that's the
funny.
problem right there. See, I already knew. I was expecting Super Space Cops. All right, so
Yeah, nope. And all we got was cops.
it was the so what a lot of people when people think Green Lanterns, they always think like space,
Cosmic-
and
cosmic
intergalactic
fighting,
and,
yeah.
and cosmic. A lot of people don't know like the first, I don't know, 35ish to 40 years were street level. Green Lantern, like space wasn't the focal point for like a lot of, for like at least the first, almost the first 4 decades
Mm.
of going of the Green Lanterns. So I want to say like when Alan Scott and like uh Hal Jordan came on, like it was mostly street level stuff. So and uh mostly street level stuff. Obviously, like when you get into like the late 70s into the 80s, that's when it kind of starts to get like intergalactic and all that.
Look at him! Look at him! He's fighting gangsters, bro.
Yeah. So
This
and
nigga's fighting. He's literally fighting street thugs on scaffolding.
yeah, so it's just it's really weird to say it's on Green Lantern because a lot of these guys are military servicemen, right? And they're doing cop shit. It looks like they're investigating a murder, right? And I from what I see from this, speculative, right? An alien from another planet probably committed a crime, probably killed the Green Lantern, ring left, right? And it chose John Stewart, right? So Hal Jordan, this is just me speculating. Hal Jordan is in space. They're like, yo, somebody got mobbed. You got to investigate it. And the ring just called a new rookie. So he just seems like a grizzled veteran that something happened to him. Who knows? Like the person that probably died was probably a partner or something like that. You know, we get mentions of space. I already see the complaints. Oh, because they showed the jacket. The construct creates the suit.
It creates it around you, right?
It creates a suit. So I could see people complaining about that. I could see people complaining about the whole crime drama aspect, but I don't really see how the way they're presenting it is a bad thing, because they need to establish that the Green Lanterns, first and foremost, are space cops. They're solving mysteries, they're solving murders.
Yeah.
And you know, any intergalactic crazy threats would probably involve, you know, the greater Green Lantern, the greater Green Lantern Corps or organization or whatever you want to call it. So it's a weird one as to why people would complain when a lot of these guys, well, especially like the two most popular Earth Green Lanterns, were military. They have some kind of,
they were like Air Force pilots or some other stuff.
enforcement background.
So
So why wouldn't you do like a Yellowstone type murder mystery, and then when the season is over, then we can go to space? But it seems like, you know, they flashed the green at the end. I'm assuming the guy he threw at the end is like the alien or some shit like that.
Yeah.
Who
Someone
knows?
in disguise or something.
Yeah, who knows? Alan Scott could have got fucking killed for all we know. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But
Now, here's what I'll say, and this, because like I said, I don't know everything about everything when it comes to comics, or like, even specific like I know Lantern is kind of a popular comic. Like I know people who like.
and also, sorry to cut
No,
you
you're
off,
good.
but notice it doesn't say Green Lanterns. It just says
Lantern.
lanterns.
Yeah.
So we know that there's the yellow lanterns,
Yes.
the red lanterns, the orange lanterns.
Whole spectrum, and it's a lot of lore. I didn't actually really know until a couple years ago how big the lore is.
Well,
for
well, the all the other lanterns, the new ones, the orange, the red, the indigo, that just recently got introduced over the last 20 years.
Okay, yeah, but even still, 20. Like I said, I'm so far the loop. 20 years is still like, it's a lot of time for me. I will say this as a layman, right? Because everybody in the comments, first of all, people who make comments typically, we already know where you at. If you're a comment maker, you're either a fan or you have no life, and it's a fine line between the two, right? From someone who has no skin in the game, from somebody who is just looking at this purely as like, all right, if I were gonna market something as a live action thing based on an IP, which is what you do, especially when it's fresh, it's a newer thing, and especially when you've had a lot of failures in the past with things like the Lantern movie with what's my Ryan Reynolds, right? This is an IP that has, and I did not, because I'm sure you probably went through it figure it out, because I didn't really care much about like DC at that time, or just like superhero movies, whatever. One, you had something that failed. One, you have a property that you want to do well, but you need a fan base. I say this a lot when it comes to these crossovers, where if it's live action, never think it's for you initially. It is always initially to bring new people into a world that you habitate gladly, but they don't. And they can't go straight to green niggas in suits. You might catch them, but there's a higher risk of you not. What you do is you ground something. You create a show, you ground it. You look at a show like this, I'm like, someone could watch this trailer like, that looks kind of cool. This reminds me of Justified. Oh, that looks kind of cool. This reminds me of Open Range. Oh, that's kind of cool. This reminds me of this. And then you get a group of people who probably would have never considered watching a Green Lantern. They watch it. If they do well, they write it well, they might like it, and then they might pull up to the movie. And then you'll see them in the spandex tights and the whatever it is. I was looking at casting. It looked cool. I like westerns. I like neo-westerns, which is kind of what this is going to feel like. Like it's like I said, crime drama, but neo-western is popular. So think No Country for Old Men. Think Justified. Yellowstone, Open Range. Think those. Hell on Wheels. Think that sort of like, that vibe. And just let it rock out. And let it be what it's going to be. I like that they went with a TVMA rating. We got 2 F-bombs in one trailer. So that lets you know niggas might get murked. You might see some people get offed. And then you as the protector, you got to figure out what that means. Maybe he's gone a little jaded. He doesn't feel like protecting, or he protects the way he wants to protect. I don't know. But then you got a guy who's like, I got more hope. Maybe my center's a little bit better. And then you get to see this guy hang out with the new Superman. You see what I'm saying? Like, that's how we got to lead into it. And
yeah, from what it looks like to me, it looks like John Stewart is going to be the main Green Lantern in the Gunverse.
Mm-hmm.
So, well, we'll see.
Which would make sense, because he's younger or whatever. It'll match the thing. It'll be fine. Here's the thing. It's probably not gonna be. It's not gonna be the greatest thing to ever hit TV. It's the script probably is gonna be similar to a lot of shit. But again, you just gotta get people interested into a world that you're building.
Oh, yeah, I agree. I like it. It looks cool.
Yeah. I feel like if they had done space green suit CGI again, I feel like it would have tanked. I feel like some of the diehards might have liked it.
You you can't give them everything all at once.
Yeah.
Like, chill the fuck out.
And then
bro.
unfortunately, people are fatigued because of what Marvel already did years prior with the TV shows. Oh, he's gonna look like Loki in the back of people's head because he's a green he's a green space person. You know, they're gonna think, oh, this is Loki. Oh, this is the witch. You know, this is Scarlet Witch. This is everything I've seen through Marvel. This is She-Hulk. I've seen this CGI character. I don't want to watch it. But you give a bunch of regular ass Americans a cop drama, and then a nigga just shoots into space.
I could have died.
That might be interesting enough. That might be. It gives you what's that movie? Project X type shit or whatever.
It's my town.
I don't know.
That we
But
both know I do a better job
it'll
of
be,
this.
it'll be what it is. It'll be what it is. And also, this is the first This is the first trailer, first official trailer. So.
From like an 8-hour series.
Yeah. So.
All right,
I
what?
say give it time. I was gonna touch on Pokemon stuff, and then we can also close out with the Mario movie. We'll go to another trailer real quick.
Like alright,
What is it? What is
you
it?
could do the other trailer.
Oh, the other trailer. Or what? Are you looking at more comics?
No. I'm talking about the Mario.
Oh, the Mario joint. Yeah. So Nintendo's been kind of on a hot streak right now. With just all their stuff. Like Nintendo's really they found I don't know how they found the lane that they found, cause Nintendo was popular. Then they were always fighting somebody, and then they were kind of a joke, but people still liked them. You know, back when like the height of Xbox, height of PlayStation, like you liked Nintendo, but it was always the butt of a joke because, oh, look how weird the contraptions are. Look at the weird controllers. The games are not always as graphically whatever, Last 4 or 5 years, just they've been knocking shit out the park, bro. They're celebrating a lot of like 40th and 30th and decade long franchises. So we got the Mario Galaxy trailer, and they got Childish Gambino is gonna be Yoshi, and people are revealing that there's like this movie could be a crossover between a lot of different IP, and they're just not telling us yet. So
With a lot of galaxies.
just see what it is.
We gotta get everyone out of here. Go, go, go! Mamma mia.
Junior.
I demand that you release my father.
Over my dead body.
Fine with me.
Isn't that the group from Super Mario 64?
It looks like it, yeah. Some people were upset that they skipped Sunshine and went straight to Galaxy, because a lot of people wanted Sunshine, I myself included. But if we're going stakes and they're trying to make it as exciting as possible, Galaxy, space travel makes sense.
The Bowser name shall be feared once more. Oh no!
Everyone calm
They're minions.
down.
Pack our things.
Let's go. Oh, princess, you're going to regret
Oh, they got it. Yeah. I knew that was gonna be something, but they got to. There's a little Odyssey. That was some. So they got Baby Mario, some Odyssey joint going. Ooh. It's gonna be fun. It'll be fun.
Hello, maggots.
It'll be fun. It'll be fun. Some people were saying. Let me see if I can find it. Some people were saying There was a couple freeze frames, so I think we missed it. But this was one of the scenes in the, or one of the quick shots in the trailer, and they got Yoshi, they got Toad, they got Mario, and then there's someone cut off to the side that everybody's like, that is clearly Star Fox's vest, green shirt, and gun. This would make perfect sense for them to do a multiverse thing, because obviously they're going into space, so it's Galaxy. But when you introduce Galaxy, you're going to introduce Star Fox. You're also going to introduce possibly Samus. And then Nintendo could just do like all these things exist in the same world. So Star Fox exists, Samus and her people, the Metroids, all that could exist. And then there could be either a sort of Smash Bros reference, or it could be leading into the third movie that would, and this has already been talked about. Like, this has been talked about since the first movie came out. What is weird, that they said that their second movie was supposed to be a live action Zelda, but I guess that might still be in production, or they're gonna hold off, because they did some like some character shots supposedly for it. So we'll see. But yeah, man, it's just cool. I'm pumped.
Listen,
Nintendo's
I
doing
don't
their
care
thing.
about this. I want a Luigi's Mansion movie.
Okay, listen. They already teased it in the first movie. But a Luigi's Mansion, a Nintendo horror movie would be crazy.
That's what I want.
Just make it creepy as hell, make it scary as hell.
I don't want any of this shit anymore. Cut the bullshit.
Give me Luigi's Mansion. Give me a Star Fox game. Stop fucking with me. Just give me a Star Fox game altogether. So we've been talking about, obviously, the ever-growing popularity of Pokemon cards, Pokemon everything. They're just hit their 30th year anniversary. It's kind of crazy to think about. Like, damn, like I was alive for the beginning of Pokemon. Just crazy. Think about, like, I watched it reach America and the world. Right now everybody's kind of going hype over Pokopia, which is the highest rated Pokemon game ever, and it's not even an official title. It is a crossover game, and the reason why is because, as you've been talking, like, Pokemon, especially with the games and their franchises, they needed to do something to reinvent themselves, not just add 100 new Pokemon. So they actually put, did I go back? They teamed up with the people who do Dragon Quest Builders, which is like another popular sort of Minecraft style adventure type game with like a building mechanics and other stuff. They basically made like their version of Animal Crossing, and it is like taking people all over. And it's you have the same concept. You have about 300 Pokemon, but you're like hatching them, or like you're basically getting them their habitats together. Then you have a procedurally generated world where you can build whatever you want, do whatever you want. It's a cozy game. You can play with your girl, you can play with yourself, whatever you want to do. And it's showing us that, like, I think they're ready to finally do something different with the IP and not just do the same shit over again. So I bought it. I ended up getting it day one. I was kind of like excited for it because me and my lady like cozy games. And then it's honestly just like, damn, this game's fucking addictive. makes no sense being as addictive as it is. I will say that people need to turn it off and go do something, because the game's been out like 4 or 5 days and people are creating like just stupid shit, like crazy contraptions. People got like circuitry figured out, so now they're making like roller coasters and skyscrapers and shit, and it's gotten a lot of hand. But I feel like them hitting this out of the park with the cards going, I don't really know what this is gonna do for like the collectibles market. I don't know. Sometimes this hype will just like get people to buy other stuff. Like, will people start buying Ditto cards? Like, because that's what this is. It's actually like a Ditto, not a person. it's a ditto imitating a person, and then they just go around and like do stuff. But have you seen anything lately in the shop Pokemon related that's been like going crazy?
Funko Pops. That's about it.
Pokemon Funkos?
Yeah, we don't really get like Pokemon. Usually Nintendo gets all that stuff. It's either or you're like either like a global like brand like Lego or some shit.
Mm-hmm.
We don't really usually outside of Funkos. There's not really much figures. I mean, I did see some like Nintendo licensed stuff in Target once, but we don't really. That was a long time ago.
Mm-hmm.
I don't really see too much Pokemon stuff in the wild out there outside of the Nintendo store. So I did see the music box, the Nintendo music box,
Which one was this?
the Game Boy music box.
Oh
A
yeah,
bunch
yeah,
of
yeah.
my friends got it.
Oh, they put out Leaf Green and Fire Red digitally for $20. There was a lot of pushback and simultaneous like people just like get over it. Like I'm gonna buy it. There's a lot like the Pokemon fans are like I don't care. I'm gonna buy it because it's $20 and I don't have to emulate it. That's another thing I think a lot of people need to realize. I'm in the know. I've emulated games before. Sue me. I don't care. Everybody's been doing it since the fucking 90s. I've emulated games before. I've modded consoles before. I've done all that sort of stuff. You gotta want to do it, right? You generally gotta want to do it. You gotta have the know-how, and you just simply you like it. But I feel like people in that community, they get so high on themselves that they can do it, that they forget that people don't give a shit about figuring out how to fucking brick their computer. Like they just want a game, and if they see they can get it, they're gonna spend money on
I
it.
don't think they realize like the average person that is into Pokemon, like they don't really know anything about emulation and things like that.
They don't do none of that shit, bro.
I do think that they could have just put that on the for free in the subscription package, but whatever.
They could have. They did give us a bunch of other Pokemon stuff that's fun. I'm not buying. I own Leaf Green, so I'm like I'm not. We're like it's fine. Like I'm not. I'm not too like hurt off of it. It is cool. Yeah, you get to play it on a screen. Screen's brighter, and it's you can use Pokemon Home with it, so you can like do your transfer shit with it, whatever. But all in all, even with the little jabs people have been throwing, it feels like kind of a win for Pokemon on this like thing. Pokopia is a lot of fun. People are literally buying a Switch 2 just to play it. Like that's the meme right now. Like, damn, I can't believe they're like, oh, I can't believe this game costed like I can't believe this game is costing me $570. Like they're making fun about it. And it's gonna have a bunch of like free DLC and some other shit you can do with it, whatever. But yeah, I'm excited to see with the selling of this card, Pokemon reaching its 30th year, having a popular game that is technically a spin-off game. They announced the new game that's coming out in 2027. This is likely to increase Switch 2 sales. Like I said, people are literally buying a Switch 2 now just to play this game. People were on the fence for the last like 6 months, 8 months. It just seems kind of like they're in a winning streak. So we'll see what people we'll see what people feel with the cards and everything over the next like 6 months. See how they're doing. I don't know if there's any new packs or anything coming out. I don't know if they've announced anything, but I have a feeling something new is gonna show up because they already got. It seems like they're trying to like do announcements between other announcements, and just like wedge stuff in there. Yeah, right now, nothing crazy.
Nah, I mean a lot of the Pokemon stuff has been just all like trading card hype. I do like the starters for Winds and Waves. Those look pretty cool, but I haven't really been excited for.
You see how they made Brout
the Pomeranian.
no the bird, they made him from New York.
I didn't see that.
Yeah, they put him in the puffer. They got him in Puerto Rico hats. They got him at first. So when the starters, I'll even just throw them up real quick. The starters were they got a lot of buzz. You know, everybody always the starters thing is always just every year at this point. I don't even really play the Pokemon games that much anymore, the new ones. Like I stopped in Gen 4 and I almost bought Arceus because it had multiplayer and my girl's big into Pokemon. She's been buying all the ones, you know, Spot Sapphire and all the other ones. This one might be the first one I buy just so I can play with her because like I'm trying to get back into Pokemon again because I did like it. I got a little jaded with it over the years, just because of how it became this sort of like stat min maxing game instead of a creature collectible RPG. That was what I played it for.
Well, that's why they got the Pokemon Champions.
Yeah, and they got the thing, and you know, it just it became this sort of like measuring contest with cuddly creatures, and I'm like, I'm not doing this, bro. I'm getting my Pokemon together. I'm battling the gym masters. I'm playing the game, figuring out the story. I might discover some cool shit, but I'm not turning over every stone. I don't need everything to be shiny. Like it was just, I love that that's an option, but what happened was the fans started making that become a prerequisite to be a fan. And I'm like, come chill out, bro. I'm just playing the game. Um and then I took some time away from it, and now I'm like, I'm liking it more, especially with this Pocopia joint. But they got these guys, and it looks cool, right? It looks cool. A lot of people initially made fun of this guy because they were like, "Yo, he's an angry bird. He's this. He looks goofy. He looks weird." And then they did this joint. I guess immediately after that, people started doing what they call propaganda, and now they're like, you know, they've been drawing him weird.
No,
You know what I
funny.
mean? They were drawing him like he's like a serious guy. You know, oh he don't got time for the jokes. And then they did some Rock Lee from Naruto ones. And then what's gone crazy is him and the puffer. Like the bubble is like
Oh, that's
blowing up,
funny.
blowing up all over. There's one where he's got like a Puerto Rico hat on. There's one where he's repping one. There's one of him as Guts. It goes crazy. Like this, what artists are able to do with uh, these concepts is funny. And then people are trying to do it for this guy, and they're like, "Nah, bro, it's this green fucking angry bird all day." Bro, let me see if they get Berserk.
Pokemon.
Yeah, Pokemon. So this one's been going crazy online. Online. He's in like an Akatsuki joint. Cubone was already done before. Someone did that a while back, and that was like actually pretty cool.
Oh, there he goes.
Yeah, but yeah, no. I don't know. I think it's just gonna end up reflecting into it's crazy. It's gonna end up reflecting into just more sales for the company. Hopefully, I would say this. I would hope that Pokemon's continuous collectible popularity may leak over into other stuff that deserves it as well. Like Digimon obviously has had a core fan base for a long time. Um, but you know it might grow.
So what I'm seeing right now is that people are being priced out of the hobby of Pokemon. So now recently, Yu-Gi-Oh has become a topic of discussion because you could get those packs for like my shop sells them for like $3.99, $4.99 pack. Now they announced that they were doing full arts, and everybody's going crazy for them, and it's just kind of like, so yeah, just gonna just move from hobby to hobby and price everybody out, like it's just it's the full arts are cool, but uh from what I understand and from what I've seen, I mean, I could be wrong. Like, I always bought like the Yu-Gi-Oh cards that I like off of eBay. Like, years ago, I bought the first edition Egyptian God cards, um, a long time ago, and I would just buy stuff that I like. I think I bought the first edition ones for like $20. I don't think they're worth much anymore because they reprinted the shit out of them.
Mm-hmm.
But
everybody's going crazy for the serialized full arts of all of these Yu-Gi-Oh stuff now. And then now all the Pokemon people are like all suddenly like, oh man, oh look, Yu-Gi-Oh, and it's like, what?
So we're just hopping from IP to IP now.
Yeah, I mean, I guess they need shit to sell. Like they need cards to sell, and like this is, and then this is what I mean of like, um, a lot of people are just like I wouldn't go to Pokecourt and see Yu-Gi-Oh. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
So it's
yeah.
just weird seeing Pokemon influencers talking about Yu-Gi-Oh. If I wanted a Pokemon influencer to tell me about Yu-Gi-Oh, I'd go to a Yu-Gi-Oh influencer. Like people that are talking.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
just is just weird.
Oh, and that's influencers. They actually have no real allegiance to anything. They're not really. Some are, and they stay true to it. Um, they're like fan first, influencer second, but a lot of them will just jump ship to ship just to keep themselves active in whatever whatever they're getting.
I don't know, man.
Yeah.
It's just, but everybody's always trying to like sell some shit. Like
Mm-hmm.
if you're like an active like reseller and like, oh, like buy cards from me or whatever at market price or whatever, and then you're pumping Yu-Gi-Oh, it's that's funny. It's just at this point it's like, dude, like I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
Like I know Konami likes to do this thing where they like reprint a lot of like the big cards. So I'm not too sure if a lot of these people who are posting like talking about Yu-Gi-Oh, these Pokemon influencers realize that. Because a lot of the cards that I collected throughout the years, just because I liked Yu-Gi-Oh, that I thought were valuable weren't, and then somebody was like, "Oh, nah, they reprinted that card like 10 times," or like they'll put them all in a set. Like they'll put like some of the chase cards from like the best chase cards from like each set into one big set, things like that. So I'm not really too sure to the specifics on that, but I'm pretty sure that's what they do. But again, I could be wrong. So I don't really. They're just gonna move from trend to trend. Like, oh shit, Yu-Gi-Oh! Like now all of a sudden everybody's just they're into Yu-Gi-Oh now, and I have friends that played the game religiously for like a very long time.
Yeah.
Like you got like Timothy Chalamet like doing whatever he's doing with
Well,
Yu-Gi-Oh.
he just he just touched hot lava. So we'll I think he finally flew too close to the sun. I don't know if you knew what he's been going through.
No.
So he was on a podcast. Well, I'll keep it brief, but he was basically on like you know how they do Inside Actor Studio where they'll have him on a stage and they'll just talk. He was on with I think Matthew McConaughey or whatever, and he made a comment about kind of bashing ballet and opera, and he was like, yeah, he's like, I don't want to do ballet or opera, some shit that nobody cares about. And he's like, yeah, no disrespect, but you know what I mean. Nobody cares about that. And
a lot of people care about opera.
Niggas on art spaces got tight. They're like, ballet and opera exceeds film by like hundreds of years, and them shits still sell out. Like you can like every theater on Broadway for those things are sell out. Their plays have been redone for 500 years. Like, is it as visually in your face? No, because it's live action media. Like you're not supposed to see it on TV. You're supposed to go watch it. But yeah, they was like throwing some shade at him, and they said he might lose the Oscar over it. I don't know. I don't really go too deep into that, but people like that and their hype is not reliable. Is what I'm trying to say.
Drinking his own Kool-Aid
a little bit at this point, and it's just like people with those types of hypes, they're never reliable. You're always gonna see Drake with the PSP. You're always gonna see Timothy Chalamet with Yu-Gi-Oh cards. You're gonna see your Logan Pauls with the cards. So, if anything, I don't know. I just hope people get more of their stuff together, and we'll see. We'll see in the next coming weeks how this grows. We're probably gonna see a reveal for something, and it'll go crazy. But
The
I mean,
Matrix
it's
Hot
pretty.
Toys.
Yeah, I saw that before we. I just kind of wanted to see because they got the Reloaded, which he's got the size, and I kind of just want to see that for like 2 seconds. I scrolled for 2 seconds, and I was like, "Yo!" With the side.
That's kind of cool.
That's kind of cool.
Oh, he got the sticks. What is this?
The broken spear where
Oh,
he
yeah.
like turns them into tonfas. That whole fight room sequence.
That's cool.
Every button has a loop.
Yeah. Come on, it's Hot Toys.
It's Hot Toys. It looks like they got what's that metal? The little bendy metal on the inside.
That's got to be at least 350. Keep going.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Keep going. Keep going. What does it come? It comes with it. Yeah, it's got to be
The
at least
stick.
350.
Yeah. How many weapons is crazy. The sword, yeah.
Oh, they teasing
Smith.
yeah.
H. Smith would go crazy. I would buy the Smith just to buy the. That's the thing he was fighting Smiths with.
Oh shit! That's Keanu right there.
Damn, that's the boy. That's crazy.
The likeness is getting crazy though.
Yeah.
How much is it? 350 at least. Gotta be.
270. Oh no, bro. That might have to come. That and the Smith. If he 270, 350 for both. How about that? Just get them both. Let me go to this guy real quick. It's crazy. Separate rolling eyeballs. Bendable metal, yeah, on the thing. Got the room backdrop. Yeah, that's crazy.
That's kind of cool.
Yeah, that's cool. Okay, all right. Hot Toys ain't never gonna stop. They gonna find it.
Metal Gear Solid Delta, Rebel,
Yeah.
Jason.
Mecha.
Oh, Mega Man, Hyper Bomb.
Hyper Bomb. Ninja Gaiden? That's crazy. Let's see what that looks like.
That's the classic one from Sega.
Joint. Yeah, the blue joint. That's slick. Yeah, that's slick. Destroyer, Godzilla -1.
That looks cool.
Those are cool. That's the OG one. That's the small one from the beginning of the movie. Small one from the beginning of the movie, and then the final. I'd get a Godzilla.
Look at the McFarlane Deluxe. Oh, that's the Christopher Reeves.
Oh shit! Yeah. That's kind of cool though. Shout out Christopher Reeve, bro. That's a lot of people's Superman still. The Bane. Oh, so they're doing like these movie version crossovers.
This is McFarlane's last year with the DC license, so he's going all out.
Oh shit. We'll have to do this also. We'll do because we're going to end up soon. But I forgot the whole Netflix backing out, and now Paramount is looking to take Warner Brothers. So we'll see what that looks like. But we'll see that on the next joint. See if we see some news on that. I was gonna look that up, but I forgot. Yeah, closing notes. Any closing notes?
Collect what you like.
That's it. Collect what you like what you collect. Don't do it for nobody but yourself. And don't follow hype needlessly, but if it leads you to something cool, like it, stick to it, support it.